Hello, I'm Sue Skye Dancer and sending love to everyone, everywhere, no matter what time it is where you are. Good day and good evening. I hope you're well and sending love as I said. I'm on a few minutes early so that people can get on and get situated and get ready to hear about their gifts. So I'm excited to be here. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining. And Sarah, dear lovely lady, I tried to tag you and it said no, it'll do it afterwards. I don't know that it will. So, if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So it's still live, still looking good. If anybody's watching, please give me a thumbs up, a wave, say hi, tell me where you're from. I'd appreciate. No, dear Sarah, good day to you, girl. Nice to see you. We're going to be talking about gifts today, and everybody has gifts, and all are good. All gifts are good. There's no judgment here. It is all just what it is at the moment. It's in the proverbial now. So, and as we wiggle and change, and life changes us, and we wiggle with life, then, okay, bring them on video. Let's see if it'll do this. Ha ha ha. There we go. I think it might be. Hey, I love it, love it, love it. So, yeah. Hello, Sarah.
Oh,
Can I hear you? Let me make sure my volume is high.
how exciting it works.
Good to see you, dear.
Oh, good to see you. Yay.
Yay.
We're going to
So my
figure
volume
out this
isn't very
technology.
high. So I will actually probably try to come closer, although it's got me very close already. That's just the way it's deciding to act today. So I'm happy. If it's happy, we'll just get going.
You look great.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So looks pretty outside where you are. It's a little cold here today in Florida. So everybody's staying in, which is a wonderful thing, and staying warm.
Did you get the snow?
It's cold. Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
I forgot to look for the temperature, but it's cold.
Oh.
Yeah. It's winter jacket warm. Cold,
Oh my
excuse me. Normally it is not. So I'm excited to be here and loving getting ready to share with some people. We'll see who shows up. If you're here, please give me a holler. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a peace sign. Say hi. Tell me where you're from. I'd love to hear from you and hear about your gifts. I hope you got your papers copied and so that you could know what your happy numbers are. Hey, Neil. Hi, Neil. Great to see you. So,
hi, Neil.
Glad you joined us. Hope you're having a great day. We're going to be talking about gifts. I want to give a few minutes to people because sometimes it takes them a few minutes to get on and life happens. So, oh, good. In Canada, great. Glad to hear it. What part of Canada, Neil?
There he is.
Hello. Hello, hello.
I've found there's a bit of a time lag with comments. So.
Yes, I'm not hearing. So I heard just a little bit. So very good. Anybody else watching? We'll wait a couple minutes, maybe one or two. I'm down in Florida. So we've got winter coat weather, Neil, here. You guys wear Toronto, Ontario. Sweet. Very nice. So I'm guessing you're wearing winter coats there.
That's for sure.
Yes. Neil, did you get a chance to put the numbers together and see what your fun numbers were for your gifts? Either way, oh, lovely. It's cold. I bet it is. Yes, I bet it is. Awesome. So I think we're just going to go for it.
Cool.
Yes, I'm hearing you. Yes, Thank you. It is
Susie?
down here too. It's really odd.
Oh, he's gonna look at it.
Okay.
Was that Yoda who's peeking over your shoulder, Susan?
I can hear only a buzz.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
I wish I could hear better on this because it's up to max. I'm glad you're excited, Neil. I am too. So let's get going. When you do your numbers later, it will help you. It's just tally them today because it's going to change. And what I do is once a year, I redo mine to find out where they are, what they're doing. Are they going up? Is something different in the four gifts? That's what I do. It just, yeah, you like my Yoda? He's my bud. Somebody asked, who's your hero? Yoda's my hero.
Mhm.
So before I get started on the gifts, there are a couple things I want to at least mention. For this set of gifts, and when I was taught, this happened back in the 80s, so it was a while ago. Hi, Sarah. Welcome, welcome. We're just getting started, so you're just on time. We're doing gifts today, as we stated earlier. I'm wondering if I should go over the bio again. Sarah, can you go? Okay. Sue Skye Dancer is my name. The phone is just a little bit too close. That's the way it's doing today, but I'm going to move it out further so you can see my Yoda too. So, I don't know who actually started the list. That's why I do it as a gift. Why? Because it was a gift to me and it's a gift to you and anyone you pass it on to. If you haven't taken the, I don't like the word TEST. So if you haven't done your numbers, your fun numbers, I'm going to say, please do so. Print them off or do it on a empty sheet just to run your numbers just to find out what they are, so you know in where we're going and how you work, how others work, how you blend together, how you could make it different if you want to, and perhaps you don't. That's okay too. So their idea when this was taught was balanced is a perfect scenario. I'm not into perfect. I'm into you being wiggly as you need to be wiggly. I'm into no judgment. I'm in not being perfect. I'm in to, if you want to do jumping up and jumping jacks, you do jumping jacks, okay? So don't be hard on yourself when you find your numbers because there is no perfect. Perfect exists in a flower one moment and it's different the next. So to me, life is a flow. And I want to say that. No judgment here. All gifts are good. All different scores on the gifts are perfect just as they are. Because we are on our sacred path. And your path is your sacred wiggle. My path is my sacred wiggle. And Sarah has her path with her sacred wiggle. They're all good. Yes, ma'am. They're all good, great, and perfect for us. Okay? In Creator's mind, too. And I wanted to bring that up. Okay. One thing I mentioned earlier, and some weren't on, I'm sending love to everyone. I said my prayers first, so I always do that first. Why? I'm a minister. I'm a spiritualist minister. What does that mean? It means if you need to categorize things and think about them, it means that I am a Christian and I've met Jesus. Does it mean I promote that? No, I do not. I promote creation with a capital C. And I believe that's energy. I believe it's everywhere, and I believe we're all frequencies. And I'm of the light, and we're all of the light, or we wouldn't be here today. Yay! So, with that said, I was also taught that, I haven't finished the bio. I really want to get into those gifts. This is exciting. Bio. I'm a spiritualist minister. I was also in the United States Air Force, and I was computer repair. So electronics is my forte. Then after that, I went into Underwriters Laboratories, which is the U and the L and the circle. And it's on the back of TVs, radios, anything electronics. I inspected it. Commercial, residential, I did it all and loved it. Absolutely loved it. Because it was spirit driven and spirit talked to me and they gave me dreams and that was just right along my gift path. So I'm very grateful for what I was able to do, and loved learning it, because loving learning is my tune. Uh, what else? Safety inspector with Underwriter Laboratories. I've done a lot of other things. I'm a hypnotherapist. When I became a hypnotherapist and became certified, I found out that in my words, in my world, for at least two generations back, and I really think it's for a long time, we have been told erroneous information. I'll say it in a gentle fashion. We have been promoted to someone else's regime, someone else's way of thinking. For instance, by the age, some say 5, some say 8, the soft spot on the baby's head closes. When that does, the words I was taught were, the soul is seated. That means the soul is most likely going to stay in the body for a while. That while is not our business. It's just seated, okay? That means there's a better chance that the person, if the soul is seated in the body and it's here for a life. And I'm sorry, I couldn't quiet my phone. I couldn't stop my things from coming in, because then I couldn't hear from Sarah if I did something. So anyway, what else? With the soul seating by that age, everything that we have learned from any authoritarian person, organization, government, churches, cultures, you name it, everybody is an authority figure until the soul is seated. And then we get into I want to, no, 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 no. That's the age that, well, it comes earlier than that, but everything is programmed. We're like the old-fashioned record, and the deeper the grooves, the longer we've had them. No judgment, that's just the way we operate. That's my visual for it. You might find a better visual, and that's cool too. Sending love to all, is that all my bio? There's more, but that's not important. Your gifts are important today. I just keep going there. One thing that was told to me is by one of my first mentors, if something doesn't resonate with you about what I say, an idea I have, that's okay, because you're wiggle made and wiggle differently. Just put it on a shelf behind you, and put it on a shelf, because somebody next week may say, hey, I heard about babies, closing the soft spot on you. I heard about that last week. So you never know who needs to hear what, when, why, and how, because the universe is in charge, as we know. Or else we've had a lot of tests anyway. Well, we come to learn that, which is a lovely thing. All right, paths. Everybody's path is sacred, no matter what. Okay. And thank you again for being here. I really enjoy your energy, and thank you for joining us. And Sarah, thank you for being here and helping out. I appreciate you very much. I want to go into the first one. The first gift I'm going to introduce is thinking. Now, thinking is everything during the gifts I picture for me, okay, is if you and I, all of us, are walking into this room. We've never been in this room. We're opening the big doors of the room. There are a lot of people in there. There are booths and tables and people sitting down for a talk. Everything's going on. It's a happy, fun room. So as we're going in, notice what happens, how your body, how your mind, how your heart, how your soul, how all your spirit, everything about you. Notice how you receive the information. So thinkers, we're all coming in the door, and thinkers, it comes across as a ticker tape. Those old-fashioned ticker tapes, they would go across a string, you'd see holes in them, and people would have to read them, the ticker tape. But it's also called thinking / intuitive. So it is an intuitive thinking, but it's also ticker tape. And thinking comes bits at a time, bits at a time, bits at a time. Usually, well, everybody has top 2 gifts they work out of. If we had our numbers all together, we would have those top 2, and then hopefully we bring the other 2, if and when it works for us in a certain fashion to do so, bring them up to be about equal. And that's lovely, if you can, and if you're not too busy. Intuitive. Mental driven is intuitive. Now, I want to make a distinction here. because there's the brain, the physical brain. The brain is the organ, and thoughts and thinking are outside of the brain. And there's no end to thoughts. I just want to say that flat out. I can go visit somebody right now. Boom, I'm there. Okay. Maybe people have that gift. Maybe they don't, not as good as it. Maybe they're beginning in that gift. You know, maybe they're halfway through into the gift. Thinking is not location sensitive. So when you're getting that ticker tape, though, you're doing something else in one of your other gifts. Okay. So in your other gifts, I would be, I'll talk about mine in a minute. I want to stay with that for now. I want to go to the next feeling. The next gift is feeling. Now, feeling slash healing. And I want to mention it is senses driven, body driven. That means that if I walk into that room, in the old days, a few years ago, I had a trampoline in my belly, and it would feel like somebody was jumping on it. Sometimes it would go whoop and sideways and just twist like I'm looking around to see where's that twist coming from, okay? Because that's a safety issue. If the trampolines is going wonky, I want to see where the safety issue is. I would back it up with my second gift is vision. So I feel something, I immediately lift my head up and I want to look around because I did safety for 21 years. It meant life or death. I was in a family that safety meant life or death. So it is really important. It's important that I am loved and treated sacredly, and that you are loved and you are treated sacredly. Okay, that's where I come from. That's where I inhabit. So I'm looking around and I feel wonky, really going. I'm looking with my eyes, and I go, oh, okay. There might be a darkness over here. There might be a feeling of lower energy in a corner of the room. I'm going to respect that and choose what to do and ask my guidance, my guides, my angels, ask them what would they have me do, because it's wonderful to have backup. And Archangel Michael is my favorite. That's another story, another day. Feeling, we talked about. It's a trampoline when I was a few years ago, but now it's every cell, because the feeling spread the whole body is my trampoline, so to speak. It is my energy drum head, because I'm a drummer, so got to have a drum head, right? So if you know a drum head and you played on a drum head, you know that it's super sensitive. It has a rhythm that matches. It has a rhythm that doesn't match it, doesn't match. It has rhythms of other people that it knows it's not theirs. It's someone else's rhythm, okay? So feeling goes to many levels. Feeling goes to smell. My grandmother used to come and visit me, and I would smell her house. Her house was a home in Texas, and every few years the place would flood. So it smelled like an old wet home. Not bad, but just grandma's house. So I would smell that smell, and I'd look around, and I'd go, well, grandma. And so I'd know she was there to tell me something. What she always told me was to call my mama, because mama needed some help. So that was a lovely thing. Who else is there? My son sends me pictures of Amish, because he lived with the Amish. And so I might be washing the dishes, and all of a sudden I see the town of Middlebury and an Amish buggy going down the road. And it's like, oh, my son's here. So my son's here. He didn't have to go knock, knock, knock. He just sent me a little intuitive thing. So feel comes from, I can smell, I can hear, that's still feeling, okay? So I can hear a buzz. Like I'll hear my buzz when my phone's on the table, but my pocket's buzzing. And if you're sensitive, you may have that happen. And that's kind of normal. So we just get used to things. So we got feeling, senses driven, trampoline, going to the whole body, hearing, smell, flavors. This was something I want to share because people don't think of flavors. I am a flavor person. I'm a flavor person because I found out when I was 30 that I started meeting people that just had a similar taste to other people. So like here comes this girl in here, and I'm at Baskin and Robbins with 1,000 types of ice cream, and this gal and this guy both have cinnamon. Well, if to me they have cinnamon, that's my flavor. Okay, yours can be whatever you need them to be, but it's something that tweaks. It's a remembrance. They both have cinnamon for me. What does that mean? Well, I knew that when Harry was cinnamon, he was kind of full of fire and funniness and liked to dance. So maybe these people are full of fire and fun and love to dance. So those are things I might say, hey, by any chance you dance? They go, why'd you? I don't know. I just, I don't. Depends on who you're talking to, at what level you want to approach that. But, flavors are very, to me, they're very, very sacred. I don't know how many other people have flavors, but that'd be an interesting question. I might put it on the site and see. I love our site. It is so wonderful. All of us coming together. Sarah, thank you from the bottom, top, and sides of my heart for putting all this together. This is a beautiful, beautiful earth gift and beyond. Thank you. Okay, so feeling hearing, feeling healing. We've done that. Flavors, we've done that. Anything with the body. So in case there's something that you have that we haven't talked about, if it's with the body, just know that it's a feeling thing. Also, feelers, this may or may not be true. Back in the day, it used to be true, but things are changing a lot. As a feeler, in the past, gained weight when I wasn't safe. Why? Because feelers feel so densely. Okay, so that may be true, it may not be true, and no judgment either way. We are exactly as we need to be at this exact moment right now. So, visionary. So, visionary is seen, of course, sight-driven, and you look around, visionary, and if you look at the papers at the bottom, they'll discuss what types of work you're good at, what types of things in life you may enjoy. So read those and see if that's true. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It might give you some ideas. So to enhance your life and enhance your gifts. So seeing, it's kind of cut and dry because I think all humans are visionaries. Just we see what we see in general. A note to talk in a minute about something. Okay. So we got visionary, seeing, we look and see, and sight can tell us color, denseness, density. Sight can have a feeling. So even if you're not a high feel person, understand that sight has density. If I'm looking at a painting and the painting has colors that are is piled on there, let's put it that way, then that is a denser sight. Okay, so, no end to what these gifts can bring you. You can have a lot of fun with them. You really can. And, okay, the last one and the best one is knowing. And knowing is also called prophetic. And we're going to compare them in a minute. In prophetic, we're all standing at the door. Oh, I want to jump back 1 second. We're all at the door. Doors open. Sight people, they saw. They decided, okay? They decided where to walk based on sight. And that's it. And it's lovely. We're walking in with a knowing prophetic. And the knowing prophetic has a ball of knowledge. Almost like it could be a paragraph in a book. It's there. It's there. They don't have to think about it. They don't have to feel about it. They don't have to look around, but they can. And they usually back it up with their second gift, whatever the second gift is, by you doing the paper and finding what your numbers are. I can't speak for any other country at all. And things are changing here, so this may be old information. So I'll say it this way. In the old days, I'm going to say 20 years before now, if a man was a feeler in America, he would probably have a tough time because little boys were taught, don't cry, stuff like that. They were programmed erroneously, wrongly, and we didn't know better, okay? So things are changing. Hopefully that's changed by now. Some may still be in old-fashioned methods from the third dimension. And God bless them, because that's a tough one, tough one. So anyway, back to knowers. They can work out of their second gift, okay? And they can beef up their knowing with that second gift. So if a person had the highest gift in knowing, so they've got that sphere of knowledge, they already know. You know, I've had to look around, I'd had to feel everything. I had to back it up with my vision, but knowers they just know. It's automatic, kaboom. They're the fastest in the gifts, okay? So backing it up with something else helps reinforce what they know to be true. Now, children in this world, generally speaking, I'm going back 20 years, because I'm not going to say now, because too much is changing. Everything's changing. So knowers as children 20 years ago, I can speak to that, were talked out of their knowing. Oh, stop it, Johnny, stop it, Sally. You know, it's like, no, they're born knowing, and they may have been talked out of their gift. Okay, so know that there are people that have been talked out of their gift. Give them this set of papers. Go make a few copies for you, your friends, your family. It's fun to sit down and talk about it on the couch, pop some popcorn, and have a good time. Okay. Usually 20 years ago in America, men were were thinker knowers, because that was what they were taught was safe. Now safety is different. Things are different. Life is changing, as we've all been speaking on the site a lot about that. Okay. Comparisons. I normally don't compare, but I want you to think about other people and you. So we have to do some comparison. Comparison is from the mental realm. It's from the third dimension, but I want to bring this into perspective. So when you're looking at a person and thinking or feeling or knowing or seeing about a person, that you have a perspective of this. In situations of speed, knowers are the fastest, okay? Because they know the whole ball, the whole sphere. It's a sphere that they know. It's all within the sphere, everything. All the flavors are in the sphere. So that we could ask them, what flavor is this room? And they tell us, you know, they tell us it's purple. There's a purple room and it tastes like plums. You know, who knows what they'd say, but they say something. It's fast. It's easiest. Some may disagree with that too. But it is the most expedient for sure. With that said, when we're looking at seeing has to have the eyes move around a room and see Yoda again and look around again and double check it. Did I see something move over there? Or is that because parts of the eye see one thing and the outside of the eye see another thing. So I can see my dog wagging her tail if she's in spirit and she's a ghost, and I'll say hi to her, but I may not see it here. So then I know I'm looking at a ghost. So that's good to know who's looking at ghosts and who's not. I used to do exorcism, so it's good to know. Okay, so it's a safety thing too, to know where you're at. So seeing is kind of like that ticker tape. You kind of got to move. You got to move the vision. Got to move the eyeballs. You got to see what's happening. What else? Feeling is either trampling the belly or the whole cell system. And that means taking in information from multiple levels. It depends upon where the person is in that gift. If they're just starting out on it, they may have to be slow to understand what the feeling is telling them. So they may need more time. For sure, thinkers need more time because it's a ticker tape. Sight, they have to check and maybe double check it too. So they may need more time. And thinkers, I already did those. Feelers, I did those. So I want to speak to knowers, people who have high knowing gifts. Please give the other people time to catch up with you, because they'll need it because of their gifts. And your second gift, whatever it is, if people are knowers first, their second gift will back it up. So for that, you'll need more time also. For how gifts work together. If if I'm talking with somebody, and you might have noticed what words I use, you might have heard words like, well, see what you think, or if I walk through this door, how would it look? Well, that's visual. I'm in visual, right? But if I'm talking about feeling, I'm in feeling. If I resonate with a person, I will take, first of all, there's micro muscular movement in the whole body. So I'm reading that energy. Oh, good, Sarah. Awesome. Thanks. So if I micromuscular movement, which is to me is visual, but that's because I'm watching it. So I see, a tick here or something, or a face droop here or something, or joggle, it all means something, right? Dogs go like this, they're going same thing as us, okay? So dogs have it too. They have micromuscular movement also. Um, So give others more time when you're speaking with them. Notice the words they use, and they can change, because I noticed some of the time I was talking about knowing something. I've done it enough that I've brought my knowing was my last gift. Yeah, that's why I consider it a very beautiful gift. I worked hard on it, because just because I saw something and felt something didn't mean I knew it was true. So it took a lot of practice and falling down and practice and falling down. So be gentle with people if they don't know first, okay? Because they got to use everything else to get up and figure it out, all right? Because we're all just figuring it out. We're all just doing our best to be our best, to grow and help others be their best. So, which brings me to, I want to mention animals before we close out here. And I've sure enjoyed this too. Animals. I want to talk first to just dogs. I speak to animals, and my method is feel. And I use sight to back it up because they do certain things. For instance, if I can do this, let me move this back just a little bit. Okay. For instance, if I'm talking to a dog, I'm going to have eye contact, but not, you got to be careful, because too much eye contact is considered aggressive to an animal that is considering as territory. So we have to be in a non-territorial situation first, because we have to be safe. They do, and we do. And then I want some eye contact, but not too much. So that's a touchy-feely thing, right? But animals can't tell you that how they receive from us is, this is what mine told me. They get pictures with feelings. So if I have a picture of putting my leash on my dog's collar, I'm walking out the door, down the stairs to go for a walk, she sees a leash, she sees going down the stairs, and she sees me, so she's like, oh, I know what it is. She might wake up from a full sleep. Depends upon how sleepy she is. If you send a treat message strong enough when you're sleeping, my baby would have woken up. Yes. So animals go pictures with feelings. If you don't have a lot of feelings in them, if you're just thinking about, well, I'm just thinking about, oh, maybe taking a walk, they'll snooze right through it. But I think, taking a walk, taking a walk, put some jazz in, taking a walk, make it a little fun. Oh, that might raise the head, okay? So yeah, I got to put some feeling in it. You got to make it worth their while, like a treat, right? An emotional treat. Animals also, squirrels, they have this motion where they go like this, and that means something to them. I'm still working that out. They also have a movement where they have their hand out like this, straight out from their body, and that means something to them too. So I'll do both those movements and see if one of them happens to tell me one day. So I love talking with them. I've got a red-headed Nonoli that will actually lift its little paw. She's a little girl, and she'll wave her paw at me. And I just, oh, my heart melted. I thought, I know Lee's talking to you. You know, they're sentient beings have their communication that we don't know it is not their fault. No fault. No shame, no blame, no judgment. We're all sentient beings living the good life. So we can talk to them. And I hope you have many blessings. If you find what your numbers are, please go do it. Please do it, because then you can go and get some others to find out and talk about it. and go talk to some animals when you have nothing better to do and you want to feel peace and earth groundedness. That's a way to do it. Lots of love. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining. Have a lovely day. Namaste.